The USCIS expanded its credit card payment system, so it gives the ability for people to use their credit card. Especially, there's so many people that want to go in the immigration process, don't have the full money to pay for it. Ideally, you want to go into debt for this kind of stuff, but it's an option now. You can use your credit card on more locations. Essentially, all the service centers. There's lock boxes and service centers that handle fees. There's different agencies within the agencies that handle fees, but primarily if you're dealing with USCIS, the service centers and lock boxes. Lock boxes had credit card processing. They expanded it to service centers now too. But beware on it. You want to give the warning that we always give to people about credit cards.
Yeah, if your case is like time sensitive case, and if you have, for example, your status is expiring or something like that, and again, depending on what kind of case you have, right, and you want to get this your case to get receipted, to make sure, before your status expires, it's better not to use credit cards because we see how disastrous it can be because credit cards not always work.
Yeah.
It may not work because of the bank, because the transaction is too big, and or it may not work because, for example, we had this one case when they called the client saying that this is like lockbox or something, and they thought it's some kind of fraud, and they declined the transaction. It can be because of that. It can be because in the mailroom it's not always working 100% too.
They might not put the numbers in right. They might not put the codes in right. Or there's so many different places it could problem. So if there is a deadline or something, use a check and make sure to read that check and dates are correct and stuff. That stuff happens all the time and errors on checks too. But for those kind of stuff, definitely checks is better.
It's important to understand. So, for example, if what we see in our practice very often, for example, when you're applying for adjustment of status based on the marriage to a lawful permanent resident, not a U.S. citizen, and that's when it comes into play. For example, someone came here on a tourist visa, they met their future spouse, they got married, now they're applying for adjustment of status. And as many of you know, that usually for tourist visa, CBP officers grant like up to 6 months of stay in the United States.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that for this specific kind of case, that you get your case receipted before your Form I-94 expires. And for example, if you send it with a credit card form, right, and you have like a week before expiration, and it doesn't work, they send this all paperwork to you back, and you know about this only 1 month after you're already out of status, and it's a huge problem. You would need to leave immediately in the United States in order for you not to trigger any unlawful presence bars and so on. And it's really disastrous to people's lives.
Thank you for watching this educational program. To get the latest videos, click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Also, help us help the immigrant community by liking this video and sharing it with your family and friends. You can also find us on other social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where you find the latest updates on immigration news, policy changes, and tips. Be safe and God bless. See you soon.